Hey everyone, welcome back. I know it's been a long time since my last video, but yeah, I have a friend's Ruger semi-automatic 22 LR pistol. It's very one of the first models. Alright, so we're going to start with the sear. And what I like to do is set a pin in and then slowly work my way towards the other side. Since you got to work the spring, make sure you get the spring in the right orientation. It's got the long leg has to fit the rear side of that right there so that it provides spring towards rear. Alright, moving forward, we got to set up the trigger. Okay, so we got to have the trigger bar there, the plunger, and spring, and in order to set that. Now that trigger bar has to ride behind that sear, so you gotta finagle it a little bit, but there's an arm that kicks out, a ledge there that kicks out, and you gotta set that. This pin has to set in a certain orientation because it has a C pin that clamps in, and so just make sure you don't put it in the wrong way. It should be exactly the same way, left to right as I'm putting it in there. Yep, that goes in there, looks good. Setting the pins, these things can be tricky. I want to make sure you guys saw the color of hair I have. Yeah. Use a little tool that you can put pressure on it, and as long as it spins, you should be good. Alright, next thing is we're going to fit in the hammer. See me messing around with this a little bit. What I'm doing is trying to work the selector lever to go in. Obviously you got to get the sear moved forward a little bit of position, so still going from right to left. I'm going to go ahead and set in, make sure the trigger bar is behind the sear. A lot of people have problems with these because when they take them apart and then put them back together, it will go back together wrong. It just will not function correctly. So see how I'm setting everything up? This takes a little more finagling for me to get it up in there, and any of you gunsmiths out there will know sometimes you just got to figure out, make things that do not fit, and it's often very funny. But there you can see I get it set in there, just aligning everything, and I use the back just to push. Alright, there you go. Now you can do a functions check on the actual sear surface and hammer sear notch, making sure everything works, and it should. Alright, that's the orientation we're going for, and we slide that up in there. Okay, first thing I want to do is to set the extractor. Okay, and there we go. There's the extractor pin. Now I've seen a lot of people push really hard there, and then they try to cram something in there, and they end up not working out. So these go very easily in. It's very difficult to get them out, but it's hard. Well, it's easy to get them back in. So don't overthink it. Just use the strength of your hand and push, 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 push. Here I'm sliding the pin in. Make sure you get that orientation for the hammer. The firing pin spring goes in the right orientation. The little claw should face towards the bolt face. Get a little oil on this recoil spring. Alright, now this takes a little bit of pain to get in and set properly. Alright, so basically what I'm doing, I'm lightly tapping, this video is sped up, so I'm lightly tapping the front of the barrels to set the recoil lug into the recoil lug. Alright, so that also aligns this bolt stop, and it sets it up to fit and slide all the way down to the top of the receiver. So having a little trouble here. Don't force things. If you don't have finger strength, just use a little bit of pressure. okay? You don't have to beat on them. That's not how it does it. Also, what you're trying to do is line up the housing latch with the mainspring plunger on the back side. Take your time. See, now that's right what I'm doing. That's what I'm talking about. That should be under spring tension as you push on it. So when you latch it down, boom, everything's under tension, under spring tension. That's the forward pressure on the hammer. Spring should push the hammer forward. Anyway, I appreciate you guys watching my videos. I know I don't make them often, but whenever I get a gun that's nice and kind of fun to work on, I try to make a video of it. I appreciate everyone. If you can do me a favor, like and subscribe. And I don't know when I'll be making the next video. I don't make them too often, but I appreciate y'all. Thanks for watching.